Okay, we are going to stop now. Uh, the two takeaways from the program. Each one of you can write down what you learned and what you are going to take it forward to engage your students. That is my request.
Wonderful speech, motivational, inspirational. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay,
Question answer session is there.
yeah, I'll be ready to take questions.
Have you any question?
Anyone have any question?
Anyone? From participant side, I want to just ask one thing, sir. Uh,
Mhm.
what are the changes in we should bring in our education technology or education system? What
Sure.
are yeah
Yeah, so what my observation is, I've been teaching here for 27 years. I've been teaching in India since 2006, almost 14 years. In India, one, we have brilliant students, but they don't focus on soft skills. So we need to encourage our students to pay attention to soft skills, try to include them in our curriculum so that they have the right skill set before they graduate. That's one thing. Secondly, the faculty here on the Western world, we are required to upgrade our knowledge on a continuous basis. So I'll give you my personal example. I'll be completing 75 years end of October. Still, I read Harvard Business Review, MIT Sloan, McKinsey Quarterly, Inc., Forbes. So all the issues related to business, I'm trying to keep a tab of it. And by remaining at the cutting edge, I'm learning something new, which keeps me alive, and better interaction with the students, give them the best of the best. So the in India needs to be continue to renew their knowledge. Now I had a natural advantage, worked in the industry before I started teaching, so I could relate the practice with the theory. It's good to have a theory as a foundation. However, if you only have that and no other aspect regarding the practical applications, you will not be 100% in giving the best to your students. So the recruitment strategy should be the people who have at least 1 or 2 years work experience, they should be tapped to become the faculty if they have interest. And otherwise, once they are on the role as a faculty, they can go and do some consulting with the industry, learn what's happening, and bring that knowledge inside the college campuses at the university level. Now, one big thing we are missing in India is engagement. In the Western world, if you look at them, they put alumni on the pedestal. They bring the practical knowledge, they bring tremendous resources. First, what's happening in the industry, they sit on the advisory board at the department level, at the university level, and they bring the practical knowledge on the table. They also bring a lot of resources, financial resources, they give very, very generously. In India, we do not have any of these, and we fail to engage our alumni in the welfare of the colleges, so that needs to change. And best of all, the AICTE must work something about increasing the soft skill program as a part of the curriculum throughout the education system in India. And if we can do all those changes, I think we can be one of the best. I was just listening to one of the Vedic Foundation Indian Heritage video that 6th century before Christ, so 6 BC up to 1200 years. So 1800 years, India had a glorious past. We were the learning capital of the world. People used to come to Nalanda and Takshashila and other places to learn, and now we are just nowhere. So the issue is, what have we done? We have lost our original shining examples of how to provide the best. We have to go back to the roots, allow our regional languages to flourish, and people can be very good in regional languages. And by the way, I studied in my own vernacular up to high school. I had a hard time converting from vernacular Gujarati to English in the very first year. I had to study double. First understand English and then the subjects. So point is very simple. I think we need to respect our heritage and we need to take it forward and try to have excellence in everything we do as a faculty, as a student, as an administrator, as an alum. We need to pull our resources and bring the good practices back at the campuses. I hope that makes sense.
Yes, yes, sir.
Nina,
Yes, sir. Very nicely you explained. Now, one question is from my
thank you.
participant side. I am unable to see now. She was asking about your university, about the US and here. What are the difference? Actually, what you told, explain it nicely. But one question was from my participant side. One or two tips, sir, we require so that we can follow according to you.
What?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is we as a faculty need to focus on communication, both from our side as well as with the student side, because communication is the key. What I learned, and particularly at BHU, I had a bad experience. One faculty, because I was asking a lot of questions, he put me down saying that you will not ask question in my session anymore. So I stopped asking question in other classes, went into my inner shell, and I was technically very good. I was a rank holder from the graduating class, but I was afraid to speak to about 4 or 5 people at a time in a group. So when I came here, I learned the importance of communication and speaking up. So if you have some value to add, you should speak up, and that's very important. And second thing is, I want to share one example about the importance of communication. So I've seen a saying that success in life depends 5% on our education, 15% on our work experience, but 80% on communication and soft skills. Unfortunately, we go after 5% and 15%
Yes,
and
sir.
forget to focus on the last 80%, which is the most important. So that is the key. Communication is important. And one practical example I want to share, importance of communication and soft skill is there was a company with a lot of technical people working on technical things, and people were there for 30, 40 years. A new person joined who was good in communication as well as he could understand the technology part and able to work with others and ability to get things done as a leader. So he started getting promotion. So the old timers got very upset and they went to see the manager. Manager set all the techies down and said, okay, what is the issue? So they complained that this new person who had just joined, he's getting promotion. Why is he getting any favor from you? So he told everybody in the room there that, look, all of you techies, I can hire dime a dozen. I can replace you anytime. But to find a rare combination of a person who understands the technical issues, but at the same time, the ability to communicate and work across with the people and get the results, that's a rare combination. And that's why he is getting promoted. So we need to understand that all of us have a lot of good ideas. But if we cannot communicate our ideas across the table, those ideas remain ideas, right? So we need to focus on improving communication all the time. It's a lifelong pursuit. It never ends. So verbal, non-verbal counts, then written and the presentation. Each one of them has to be practical. Each one of them have to be effective, and each one of them requires lots and lots of practice. When we do that, we become very good at it, and we impart that same knowledge to our students as we go along.